Hello friends, today's video is based on the question asked by one of the group members from our WhatsApp group. He has the data by country, by year and by customer, and also some additional columns are there in his data, a single table. He wanted to create a bar chart by country, so where he can show revenue by country, but his requirement is he wanted to have an additional bar showing the total of all those countries. He has got only one table. And when he creates a slicer or any other chart where he wanted to filter the data, for example, I have created here amount by year and amount by customer. And if I select 2019, the data gets filtered accordingly and shows the total value of all those countries. And if I go to any specific customer, there also it will show the same thing, by country and then total. So let me explain how to achieve this by using the Power Query Editor and bit of mQuery or M language. In this entire episode, I'm going to use only M language to create all the steps in Power Query Editor, and then let us load the data into report view and see the result. Keep watching. Since I would like to explain the entire workaround from the scratch, let me jump into a new Power BI session. There I need to get into the Power Query Editor. I'm not going to use any options like click and select. I want to type the M query or M language. For that, I need to know the file path. So let me jump into Excel. And this is the file I'm going to use, that is having year, countries, customer, quantity, price, amount. And the table name is sales. You can see the name of the table, sales. To get the file path, I can simply use a function in Excel, cell, and then file name. It will give me the complete path including the sheet name, but the file name is in the square brackets and I need to remove them and the name of the sheet. For that I need to copy paste these values and remove the sheet name and then only remove the square brackets. So this will become the complete path. Now I need to add a new query. That is a blank query. Let me rename the blank query as revenue. Now I need to start typing the code. Before that, let me expand the entire formula bar equal. I need to get the data from Excel workbook. So excel.workbook. And the file contents I need to get from the path, this path. And then in this file, I have a table called sales. So this has to be a list. So why it is a list, I have explained in the previous videos in the Power Query Editor series. You can watch them. The link will be given in the down. There I need to give items. One is item equal, that is sales. The name of the table is sales and it is a table, kind equal table. And then I need to extract the data from the table, and then if I press enter, the data will arrive inside the Power Query Editor. First step is over. If you look at the data, and that too if you look at the countries column, you have all individual columns. What is my requirement? I need to have one aggregated value for all these countries by each customer. So customer I, a complete value, customer L, a complete value, and so on. For that, we need to create one extra table. So right click, duplicate, and name this as all. To aggregate the values of all the countries, that means amounts of all countries by customer. In other words, I want a table with only two columns. One is customer name and another is respective complete aggregated value. So if you have 5 customers, 5 customer names and 5 values, you want that. We need to use the function called group by, the option, but I'm not going to click on that. I'm going to type the M query so that you'll understand how easy M query is. For that I need to start with the next step. My basis is customer. Based on the customer column, I'm aggregating the values. And the column I'm using is amount, and whatever additional column will come now, the new column, the name is amount. So I'm using these attributes and I'm starting the step. So I need to click on FX, and then the previous step is source now. Current step already named as custom one. You can rename it later. So I need to use the function table.group. My previous step is source. Now let us see the arguments. Key as any. So I'm using the key as customer, rather customers. That is the basis of which I want the aggregation need to happen, comma. Now aggregated columns. So on which column I need to get an aggregation, that is amount. So I need to use a list because it is mentioned as a list, and then here I need to give the name of the column, the new column which I am going to generate next to the customer column, that is amount, comma. Now each customer should have the aggregated value of all the countries. So for that I need to use the function list sum, and that should be on the column name called amount. So I need to give a data type. So this is integer 64 type. I can give type number also. It will come 1.2, that means decimal number. If I give integer 64 int 64 type, it will give you the whole number. Currently we are dealing with whole numbers. Let me close the bracket, and if you read the syntax again, table.group, the previous step is source. I'm using the customer column, and whatever new column for the amount I'm getting, that column name is amount. And for each customer I wanted to aggregate the amount by customer, and the name of the name of the column is amount, and the data type is integer 64 type. Now you got these two, customers and amount, but something is missing here. I want another column. If you look at the source, I want quantity also. I require quantity column as well. For that very simple step, go back to custom. There I'm just copying this only. So first curly bracket, second curly bracket, then amount until this type, copy it and then paste it. Change the name amount to quantity because the next column should be quantity, and then amount will be the column name QTY. I mean, you should know, you must know. I know, that's why I'm able to type it, and press enter. You have got another column. That means aggregated value for quantity also is arrived. So that way we have duplicated the column and got the summary of the by customer value. To get the final result, I need to combine these two tables, revenue table and all table. So let me check all the columns first. Let me go to the base table, revenue. There year column is there, which is missing in all table. And if you look at the quantity column, that is heading is QTY. So I have not created in a proper manner in all table. Let me bring this back to a normal name, that is only QTY. And then this column name is changed. If you look at this, grouping is done based on the customer column. So by customer I have aggregated all the values, but along with that customer I want to take year also, and I want to get the year aggregation also. So now you can see by customer, by year aggregation happened. Now this table is more or less good, but one more column is missing. In revenue table you have countries, so they are all countries, individual countries, but I want a name all. Let me go to the main table, the combined table or aggregated table. There I need to add another column. For that I need to write another function, I mean a table function. So custom one is the previous step. So there table dot add column, and then the column name is say countries. Only thing is you need to be careful while typing the code name, otherwise mismatch will happen. And then column generator, each, only I want all, that's all. In each row, in each cell I want all. Enter. and the type is not coming proper manner, so I'll just comma type text, so that this will give me, sorry, I think I need to remove this. This will give me the text type. Now I have the complete table available. To append the queries or to combine these two tables, revenue and all, I need to start a new blank query. For that, new source, blank query. Let me rename this as final revenue. This is what I am going to use for my report. And then I need to start with the code. So I need to use a table function, table.combine. Combine, and then tables as list. So curly brackets, there I need to type all and then revenue. These are the table names. I need to make sure that I'm typing the names properly. Press enter. You can see now the table is completely constructed, where customers by year, amount is aggregated and quantity is aggregated as all. Also other by other countries also the data is there. Now this table is now complete and we can use this table for our report. Price is not playing any important role for this data set, so we are not talking about it. After appending those two tables, all and revenue, I have now third table. So there are three tables. So if I use close and apply, all three tables will travel to the data model, and then there it is a duplication. I don't want duplicates. Basically these two tables are duplicates, so I don't want them to travel there. For that I can do one thing, that is right click on revenue table and uncheck this enable load option. Right click on all table, uncheck this enable load option. So these two tables will reside in Power Query Editor. Revenue table initially talks to the source data. If any changes in the source data will be updated in the revenue table. Based on the revenue table, all table will get constructed with additional information, and then that information will be given to the final revenue, and final revenue is the data model which will be used in the report view. So now I made these two dormant condition. So if I right click, you see enable load is not there. Now I can just close and apply. Now this will travel to Power BI report view and the queries are getting updated. Now you will see final revenue table arrived. Now I can simply create a bar chart. So in the bar chart, let me add countries into axis and amount into values. Of course, I need to create some measures, but currently I'm just quickly dealing with drag drop. So let me sort by amount, but ascending, so that you will see all will come in the down. Now let me give some data labels. So that means maybe 15, and then data colors, show all, so that each bar's color will appear. There I can select all as a separate color. So all I wanted to show separately so that people will understand. And if I wanted to have some conditional formatting on other default colors, I can take care of that. But otherwise this is fine for me. And then I can make the x-axis off, y-axis values to maybe 15 so that I can read the values properly. Now let me create a donut. So this donut will be by customer. So customer and then amount, Control C, Control V. Next is year, remove the customer so that by year you have the data. Now I need to just change the interaction. Let me select this chart, go to format, edit interactions, and there I need to enable the cross filter. Same way I'll select this and enable the cross filter, select this, enable the cross filter, select this, enable the cross filter, select this, enable the cross filter, select this and enable the cross filter. So everywhere it is getting filtered. Now if I select customer I, you can see the customer I's data is coming. If I select 2019, in 2019 for customer I, the data is actually getting filtered. So that way we can achieve it. Just give a shadow to it and then align it nicely so that they look better. And then let me go to format, let me select it and edit interaction inactivated, then align them in a better way. So that is how we can add an additional bar having the value of all the country totals. Hope you have understood the concept discussed in this video. If you have any questions, please mention them in the comment section. This video is a result of a unique question. If you have any unique question, please mention that in the comment section so that I can create a video for you. To get notified, you must subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. If you have already subscribed, thank you very much. Please share with many and make this video reach as many as possible. Thank you very much.